I give you complete permission to get mad at yourself if you're not where you expected to be in life today. But remember, I have an 80-20 rule. 80% focus on the solution, 20% focus on the problem. So let's start with the problem right now. Take a look at my 4-part brain activation system. This tells you the 4 parts of your brain that needs to be activated if you want to see success in any area. Health, wealth, love, purpose. You have to focus on the left brain, the right brain, the midbrain, and the brain stem. So if you've been struggling on being the best version of yourself, more than likely you are missing it in one or more of those 4 parts of the brain. So let's start with the very first one. The left brain, which deals with words, your words. And when I say words, I want you to know that I'm speaking on words that you say and words that you think. We are always thinking. We think 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts per day, and most of them are negative. So when it comes to who you are today, if you are still talking to yourself like you talked to yourself 10 years ago, thinking on yourself like you thought of yourself 10 years ago, speaking to yourself like you spoke to yourself 10 years ago, then you are missing it when it comes to words. And that part of the brain needs to be activated. All it means is, number 1, you need to make a decision that you are going to start stepping into the shoes of this new version of you. How would they walk? How would they talk? How would they stand? How would they eat? How would they work out? How would they travel? How would they be in a relationship? How would they be in their community? What goals do they have? What dreams do they have? What habits do they have? And once you think on that, you have to make a firm decision that that is now you. That is now you. I don't give a crap what your outside world looks like in this moment. Making a decision means that you are now being 100% firm that you only want to operate as that new identity. As you make that choice, all the other things will fall into place, especially when you're activating all 4 parts of the brain. So now what do you do with your words? Now you edify yourself. You build yourself up. You tell yourself who the heck you are. You start saying it every time. Every time. You don't say, I forgot when you go back into the house because you left your keys. You say, I remember. 1 puts you down. 1 builds you up. 1 makes you think you're stupid. 1 makes you think you're smart. Think about that. Have you ever done that before? Oh man, I forgot my keys. And you feel like an idiot, even if it's just for a second. You can no longer see yourself like that. So you can no longer speak to yourself like that. What's the second part of the brain you need to activate? All right, I'm glad you asked. It is the right brain. The right brain deals with images. You see yourself a certain way. You are painting stories in your mind each and every day about your life. You see what you do. You see who you are. You visually see some type of image. So if you see yourself as someone who is less than, someone who is inadequate, someone who can't get anything right, then you will continue to show up in the world as that version of yourself. So anytime you see yourself in your head, you have to see yourself the way you want to see it. Where do you live when you picture yourself in your head? Do you live in your dream location? Do you live in your dream house? Do you drive your dream car? It's free to see yourself in your head. So see yourself in an ideal way. When you see yourself in your head, are you frowning or smiling? When you see yourself in your head, do you look poor or do you look rich? When you see yourself in your head, do you look demotivated or inspired? You have to see yourself the way you want things to be, not the way they are. So the first part of the brain deals with words. The second part of the brain deals with images. Let's get into the third part. The third part of the brain that knocks people on their butt is emotions. Emotions are so strong. We feel them. We're human beings. So we feel emotions and we feel them strongly. If something happens to us and we look at that as a setback, we feel that pain. We feel that anger. We feel that resentment. We feel that regret. And the reason why I say get mad but don't stay mad is that if you stay in that place of a low frequency, of a low vibration, of a low emotion, then basically it's like you're putting bad situations and circumstances in a pot and you're stirring it up, and it's going to get hotter and worse. It's going to magnify more of similar situations and circumstances in your life. It is the danger zone. So you don't want to be in this place and space where you are stirring up and brewing negativity, anger, or frustration. So you made a decision earlier. Now it's time to declare. It is time to declare and command what it is you expect in your life. We are setting expectations and intentions each and every day. So what do you expect and will accept no less? What do you expect and will accept no less? Declare it. Be 10 toes down about it. Say it with your chest. Last but not least, the fourth part of the brain you have to activate is the fourth part of the brain that you have to activate is the brainstem that deals with action. And when I say action, I'm not talking about any kind of action. Most people just take desperate action. They take action out of desperation. I'm talking about inspired action. Now, you made a declaration, you made a command when we activated the third part of the brain. Now it's time to take inspired action. Now that you expect and have an intention that you are going to be the version of yourself you want to be, you will get a hunch. You will get some type of intuitive lead that tells you what to do. It may say, call this person. It may say, start this business. It may say, go to this place. It may tell you to relax and don't do anything on a Sunday. It's going to give you some type of instruction that's going to be, pay attention, it's going to be a shortcut to what you want. Because when you activate all four parts of the brain, you are activating the empowered, supercharged version of you. That's the God within you that already knows the right answers, the right moves. But what happens is we're clouded. Our vision is clouded. Our thoughts are clouded. We are distracted. So once you relax and allow inspired action to come to you, our intuition is a divine gift, then you will make the right move that will collapse time. That's how you get there faster than anybody else. That's why you don't have to work hard. You don't have to work in desperation. You don't have to work out of need. You are operating from a place of certainty. So remember, if you don't activate all four parts of the brain, this is what you get. Nothing.